Grandpa, you're on the air. I just accidentally went live. Do you want to come sit with me?
I'm still texting here.
Give the fans like 4 minutes of your time when you're done. Dad, I feel like Ron Clark right now going live from the campground.
You're live with Grandpa.
You need to get breakfast.
You're only gonna get 4 viewers.
Why?
Oh, look at Mom's dinner.
Why are you calling Grandpa boring?
Yeah, see? Darla's doing okay without us. That's her dinner.
Yo, Evolve. What's good, brother?
It's like a Thai dish with like
What's good, bro?
green onions,
Oh yeah, looks good.
chives,
Did she order
cilantro.
it in?
No.
Oh, she
Got
made
ice
it.
cream in my lips,
Cilantro, carrots.
That's good.
She's eating like a
Yeah.
queen. She makes
Shout out
really
to
good
Yo
Thai,
Evolve
like
in the
Asian
chat.
food.
Let's go, baby.
She makes really good pad thai and all those kind of Asian type dishes.
Well, they're good for you.
Grandpa, you gotta spike my viewer count, man. My grandpa's a 33 life path guy. Why would nobody watch it? It's just for fun. You always delete it after. We got Grandpa texting away to God knows who. Tell me in the chat if you guys recognize my grandpa. He's pretty famous. He's a 33 life path as well. You guys have definitely seen this guy before. Definitely seen this guy kicking around. We're about to go play a game.
Actually, the numbers he came up with 30.
33. You're 33. Yeah.
It described me almost to a T.
Seriously?
Yeah, it did. Well, you know, I went over it.
Yeah.
I found that hard to believe.
Yo Evolve says your mom's a 33 down. Yes, sir, bro. What are you? Do you inherit? I guess you do inherit some of that energy.
Yes.
The steak was really, really good. No butter, no salt. It was solid, though.
I'll have one. Sure.
Derek, did you want to meet one?
Sure.
Yo, should I go live on IG instead? What's going on? What is this? Oh. Yeah, is my stream really blurry? Can you tell? Like,
I'm not sure.
I need to go on and see.
Would you like one of these, Tyson?
Oh, probably nah. It's all good. I've already been eating pretty bad today.
You don't want this?
Nah, it's all good. Your dad's an 8, mom's a 33, really? Because my dad's an 11, mom's an 8.
Why
And then
can't
I'm
I
a
like
33.
it? It just came up like this.
You got double tap. Why is nobody in here? The notifications suck. And it's because the main content is like texting.
Yeah, I wouldn't content this.
Why?
Boring as hell for me.
Are you calling Grandpa boring as hell? That's what you're saying when you say that.
No, I wouldn't broadcast this.
Good thing you're not a YouTuber.
I just having fun with it.
This is fun. Why do you think he's gonna call in an airstrike to our campsite? Could happen. Yo, how's it going, guys? We got some more people piling on in. We're about to go live with this stellar fella right here who's probably texting 911 or something. He's been on the phone for a while.
Just there was another thing we were invited to.
We should decline.
No, it didn't go because there was a conflict because we came here.
Hmm.
And they just sent me other pictures of the time they had without me. Can you imagine?
Gotta love some conflicts, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing better than a good old conflict. Surely there's nothing better than a good old conflict, you know? Yo, guys, stay what's up in the chat. We got 11 people in here now. Nobody's in the chat. Dad, you're hating on the content. We got 11.
Yeah, and then they're gonna tune out.
Grandpa, you got to join me here soon, man. The people are
You're like
joining in for
frozen
you.
on my end.
Yo, your end's stupid.
Would you like a plum?
Thank you.
Would you like a plum?
Oh, a plum would be awesome, yeah.
What about you, Derek?
Grandpa, you got to come.
No.
Grandpa, content, man.
Yeah, I'll have one.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna close it because you're just frozen on mine.
Close it and reopen it. Grandpa, you can't be texting anybody.
I don't want to use up all my battery though. But you're gonna lose viewers.
I don't care. It's because Grandpa's taking forever.
Boring.
Grandpa's making me lose viewers.
Boring.
We got 12 right now. We're supposed to do a podcast with Grandpa, but he's texting 911 right now.
Somebody call it.
I hear my stream playing on your phone. You're lying about closing it. Everybody double tap the screen to like the video. My grandpa's gonna be joining us any moment now. Stay patient, stay tuned. He's just texting the most important person he's ever spoke to. It's all good. Happens for the best of us, right? So guys, share the video. He's gonna be joining us soon, right?
Oh,
Oh no.
I gotta play. No PT.
Okay, give me 5 minutes. Say what's up to the people for 5 minutes.
For what?
I don't know. You got a lot of life experience. You can talk to the
I'll
people.
I'll have my eat more bar.
You just had dinner.
Yeah, like I'm eat my bar.
Okay, well you do whatever you want. Just come do it on the stream.
Gotta hobble
And
around.
that is how you farm your grandpa for content, chat. We got 15 people in here that want to say hi to you.
Only 15. I thought there'd be 15,000 by now when they heard I was coming on.
No, it's because you weren't on for so long.
No, I gotta move it.
Watch, if your account's gonna spike now that you're on.
Yeah. Okay. So, where are we? Just a couple of people up there listening to us?
Huh?
There's just a couple of people over there listening to us.
Who knows?
Well,
I
you
think
said there's people online.
no, it's a campground.
Do they want to see me eat my eat more bar?
Yes.
Would you guys like to watch me eat my eat more bar?
They want to see you pass on wisdom to the people. Because if you think about it, this is 233s doing a live stream.
Do you want to tell them why you're not having an eat more bar?
Yeah, so these guys bought freaking chocolate bars to try to like give to me and be nice and stuff. And for like the 30,000th time, they forgot that I'm allergic to peanuts.
Yeah. See, so actually, what the truth is, we know that he is allergic to peanuts. So,
It's gotta be
so
fine.
we make sure that we buy chocolate bars with peanuts. It's like, we
Al-
forgot, and then I have to eat yours.
No, at least twice a year, you guys make a dessert that has peanuts in it, and we all come over. Casey says, so sweet how you love your family. Years ago, I already respected your Canada Truckers coverage. Hi, Tyson. Hi, Grandpa. Hey, how's it going? What's your thoughts on the trucker convoy? We got a trucker
No,
convoy.
you don't want to ask me that question
Why?
because I didn't like it.
Why?
I'm
What's
getting
the-
into that?
Yeah, so as you guys will come to see, me and my grandpa have some different political beliefs. He is raised in the dinosaur age, and we're now living in the new world, right?
I lost half my chocolate bar.
What? You spit it out?
You sure you
Wow, you made me laugh.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
Oh.
Oh, thank you very much.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
This is called a plum.
Dad, what are you listening to? Your phone's like going off.
It's stream.
have you cleaned your dishes? Or
That's on my stream. Somebody's singing.
We don't really do dishes when we're camping.
Did you tell them where we are? Where we are?
Why would I do that? You're gonna come and drop an airstrike
Because
on us.
we're not in anybody's backyard. We're camping. We're out in the wilderness, and we're camping in a van, and these guys are camping in a tent.
Oh, here we go.
Now who
Kinda
chews the best?
sour.
Now when you watch the two,
You're gonna lose all your subscribers today.
yeah, by the time you finished, everybody will have turned it off. I
Not
mean,
necessarily.
he brought me over here. I didn't plan to come here.
I don't know, people love you. Friend, but after the stream, you're not gonna be able to walk outside in person because they're gonna all know your face.
They'll all avoid me, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure. Guys, what's your thoughts? What do you guys think? Any questions that you have for either me or my Gramp Stofferson? Ask away.
No. You see, as we got
Oh,
face to
God.
face, I look almost as young as him, right? So
I don't know if I'd say that.
Almost.
he's 17. I'm 18.
18 times 6.
This guy's having a laugh of his life.
I can't believe it. What is it, 18 or 8 something that I am, right?
86?
No, not 86. It's not 18. It sounds like 18.
I'm definitely not 18.
I'm almost what?
You're like 18, but then flip the numbers. You're like
No,
81.
I'm almost 80.
Mm.
1880.
Well, what do you guys think?
Probably think, that old guy's
This
nuts.
is the title of this video. Can I put you to sleep?
Why are you such a hater on the stream, man? Yeah, we got 14 Stoffersons in here watching right now.
Well, I was hoping to be 14,000 by now.
What are my fellow Stoffersons thinking about Graham Stofferson? And Graham Stofferson, what's your thoughts on being called Graham Stofferson?
What's with that? What's with that? I don't have my lipstick on. What are you doing that for?
Grandpa, we have a comment here to your grandpa. What is some advice you would give to kids now starting out in life? Ooh.
Me?
Yeah, what's some advice you give? You got so much advice for
I
me.
got advice.
Get a good education.
Get a good education.
And
Why
I'm
would you
not
say
saying
that?
that means going to university. I'm just saying get a good education.
Like you could educate yourself on like things that you actually care about, right?
Well, if you find the right route to take to get educated,
I
yeah.
say just quit.
Quit what?
Just quit. Quit trying. Just quit. Give up.
That's your advice for the people?
Yeah.
Yo, Haas Fiat, how's it going so long, buddy? Where you at, my brother? I'm not gonna tell you where I'm at because I don't want an airstrike being dropped on the campsite. But we are camping. And I'm not saying that you would necessarily drop the airstrike, but somebody might drop an airstrike. Who knows? So wait, what was your advice then? Just like get an education, but
Yeah.
not go to school. Like don't go to
No,
school.
no,
But then I
go
thought,
to school.
Tyson sleeps super late.
I've taught for many years, so I know what going to school is all about.
This guy's a principal, allegedly.
Well, when I was mostly a teacher, but I was a principal when I retired.
Allegedly, you're a principal.
I was one. I preferred to be in the classroom.
But we all know that school's a scam, obviously, in this day and age. He knows it. He just won't admit it.
This is what happens if you don't get an education. This is the kind of talk you hear.
What do you mean?
Scam. It's a scam.
School is a scam, yeah.
Well, if you don't try.
Oh, Uncle Damon didn't go to school, and he's making like $1 million a year. Right?
Well, there's the odd.
Oh, we got my mom in the chat now.
Is Darla there?
I texted her the movie.
Grandpa, when you see somebody driving a Lamborghini, do you think, oh, that person must have studied good in school? Is that
No,
your
I think
first
they're
thought?
pretty stupid to spend that kind of money on a Lamborghini.
Okay, but how could they get the money to afford a Lamborghini? You think that they just went and studied really hard in school? You never think that.
It's gonna be anti all your viewers. He's the anti.
I mean, turning off all your interviews. Oh, and that means they were spoiled and somebody
Wow, that's a limiting belief about
gave
money.
you a lot of money. They probably inherited it.
Why would you think that they're spoiled and you don't think that they like
But
earned
why
that
would somebody
themselves?
buy a Lamborghini? Yeah, come on, it's a
Because
piece
they
of
want to. Because they want to flex. I'd buy a Lamborghini too.
what you could buy.
Lose all
For,
your followers. Jeff is the anti-thesis.
Dad, you're planting some bad seeds, man. The people love it. I don't know what you're talking about. Tyson is years
no,
beyond.
I've
Hey,
had,
read this comment. Tyson is years beyond any schools could have produced.
well, but that person has not been
Thank
in
you,
my
brother.
classroom to see some of those people that I.
How's that funny? Like you're just saying a normal statement and laughing at me.
Grandp had a beer 4 hours. And he's still
Yeah, Graham, this is the first time you've ever been drunk in your
He's
life.
still
I get tears. I'm laughing so hard.
Graham Stockerson's drunk for the first time in his life ever.
Uh,
Yeah, I
I've never
appreciate
been.
that,
I've never
bro.
been on one of these things with this guy, and
That's
I
what I
find
mean.
it quite entertaining.
Hey, I'm years beyond what any school could have produced, according to Haas Fiat.
Well, you have to compare to some of the guys I produced. One of them was the premier of British
Yeah, but he
Columbia.
sucked though. He's a liberal.
He's
Yeah.
actually dead.
Huh?
He's not the premier. He's dead.
Yeah,
Well, he was, I said.
and he was a liberal
That's
too.
because he took my biology
But he
class.
told the Freedom Convoy people to get a hobby, so he actually sucks. You raised a politician that stinks at politicking.
Well, that just shows you why you should get an education because you know what you're talking about.
My mom says you guys are cute. Which one of us is cute? Are you? You surely aren't talking about this guy right
Who has
here.
better hair?
Well, I
Probably
dyed
me.
I dyed mine gray just to make you think I
That's
look
not
like
That's not gray. That's white.
white. Sorry,
It's like Santa's beard.
I'm colorblind.
What is your?
I had jet black hair, and I
You
dyed
gotta
it.
be drunk or something. You got a question here. What is your greatest, fondest, or funniest family moment?
You're experiencing it right now.
It's gotta be this right here, right?
Hey, this is fun being out here because you're dropping people. You could probably have 14,000 people on there if it wasn't for me.
I know, right? You're tanking the viewer count, man. Gotta
Okay,
be.
what other intelligent question you can ask me now?
I'm just going off of them. I'm just seeing what they gotta say.
Well, they
Mm.
obviously not much other than, I keep reading down here. Your grandpa's so much better looking than you are. How come you keep saying that?
Grandpa, you're seeing things at this point, man. You're going delirious.
He's still drunk from that beer 3 hours ago. I told you.
Guys, subscribe to my grandpa's channel. He just started his YouTube. What is it called again? GrampStofferson.com?
Whatever you want to call it.
It's GrampStofferson.com,
I
right?
can't pronounce that, so I just.
I think you're raking in the viewer count on there, too. What's so funny to you, man?
He's got Mike Taft subscribed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mm.
this is good.
That's kind of sour, I can't lie.
Oh, really?
It's not super sweet. It's kind of sour.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah,
Mi- mi-
it's not that sweet.
Mine isn't, just his.
Maybe I just got a dog water plum.
No, this one, mine's good.
I might just got a brutal
We're
plum.
talking to
Who
my
knows?
wife, by the way, if they're wondering what we were talking to.
Tell a story about meeting Nana. That'd be a pretty fire story. Talk about that.
No, nothing much to tell you.
And talk about how good your son was at hockey when he won the MVP.
Oh, you're in
Jason,
it. Huh?
I'm in it now.
Do you guys recognize this guy from the one really viral video that he did? Do you guys know who this is?
In Honolulu.
Guys, one in the chat if you recognize his face. He's been on the channel a couple times. Type a one if you know who this is.
Hey, it's really thought you would zoom right in.
Is he?
Wait,
Yeah.
I can zoom you
You're gonna blind them with my bald head.
Wow, this thing really zooms in. Now you got 15 people just like this is most zoomed into your face. What do you gotta tell
They're
them?
loving my forehead.
The forearm just keeps going. It's like an infinite forearm.
Pardon?
I put it right on the inside there.
It's and I put it up on where it usually
Guys,
goes.
double tap the stream to get the likes up. Yeah. Grandpa, what's the number one thing stopping you from throwing around the good old football?
I hurt my ankle.
How'd you hurt your ankle, Stockerson? Peace out, brother. Have fun with the family. That's number one. Hoss, bro, I appreciate you.
Sleep. I told
Appreciate the kind words, man. Have a great day. Hey, he probably just has stuff to do. He joined my stream for a while.
So where are most of these people coming from? The next campsite over there?
No, I think it's like some hole in the middle of the earth that they all just like live and they gather. I don't know.
I'm surprised anybody's watching this.
Why? You have no self-confidence?
because
You don't
I'm
think
in
you're
it.
entertained?
I'm in it.
Wait, scooch over a little. I'm still like cramped in here. A little scooch.
I'm enjoying this.
Scooch.
So where do we go from here? Because there's still some people watching this.
Yeah.
And they're sort of fascinated by something. I'm not quite sure what it is.
It's because you're a 33.
You went from 14 to what? Are you 2 now?
I got 10.
Oh, you asked me a question. How did I meet Nana?
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
Right.
So this is so interesting because I know all of you are sitting there waiting
One in
to
the
hear
chat
this.
if you're interested.
We're very interested. Okay, when I was 17 years old, I was in high school.
Just tell me. Seriously? I thought you dropped out.
Oh, what are you looking at?
I was running through the garbage.
Don't get
Oh,
distracted.
okay.
Grandpa, I thought you dropped out of high school.
No. When I was 17, I was talking to a friend of mine at the high school. There was a football game that was going to happen up down the hill, and then there was the big field down just below the school. And he and I were talking, and then the cheerleaders came out, and they were warming up before they went to play football, or not play football, but to cheer for the football team. And I happened to spy this one cheerleader, and I thought, oh, it's pretty nice. So that's the first time I really had seen her, and I kind of fell in love with her, I guess. So I had to meet her, and I knew her brother. Turned out he was the president of the student council, and he had a girlfriend, and I knew the girlfriend. So I let her know that I'd seen his sister, and if there's any way I could get introduced to her. And by golly, that's
So would you say, hey, I really want to date your sister? And you just made that happen?
It was her boyfriend's
Boyfriend's.
It was his sister. Like
makes sense.
Yeah. But I asked her out. I don't know how many times she kept saying, "I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm sorry, I'm busy."
Nana, is this true? And then, by the way, this is the wife. Nana, what do you have to say to the world right now? No. You have 146 people watching right now.
Okay, that's probably enough of me.
You're not gonna be able to go inside. You're gonna be way too famous. Everybody's spamming W Nana. Let's go.
Anyway, she was 16 and I was 17, and I'm now 79, and she's a year younger than I am. So, sort of tells you how long we've been together. Just had our 56th anniversary, by the way. But anyway, what I was telling you the story. So I was walking out of the school cafeteria.
Yeah.
And I saw the girl, her brother's girlfriend, talking to Carolyn. So I thought, I'll just kind of go
Did you
that
come up
way.
behind her? And spank her
Oh, I
just
said
through?
I kind of go that way and see what happens. And he was just biting into an apple when the girl said, "Oh, but I'd like you to meet Carolyn," and that's how I met her. Then I asked her out, and how many times she was busy, 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 busy. So I was just about to give up, and I told one of her friends, I obviously she was not interested in going out with me. And then I was walking down the hall one time, and I had this little tap on the head with a fudgesicle, and she said, "When I say I'm busy, I'm busy." So then I thought, oh, I wonder if that means I can ask her out. So I asked her, and that's probably the 100th time. And this time she said yes. And she was so smitten with me.
Smitten's not a word these viewers would understand.
Why is everybody saying happy anniversary? It's not your anniversary.
Yeah, well, I just told him we just
Oh, yeah.
celebrated our
Yeah,
56th,
yeah.
but we
Okay.
dated well, more on and off for 6 years. And then we got married. And so we've been
Did you want
knowing
beer?
each other. No, thanks.
You're actually trying to get him drunk. He's already tipsy.
We've known each other for 62 years. And for her, it's been heavenly bliss.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's
Nana,
good.
do you have any regrets from this story? Anything that you
Notice
take
how she
back from
quickly
reading?
answers that question with a
Notice
laugh.
how she's running away.
She
Things to do.
Nana, do you want to whip with the no peeky? I
She
can
doesn't want to
play
answer
no
that
peeky.
question.
Yeah, she's running away from the
She's trying
stream
to
after
tell you
that.
guys something.
Most certainly.
I'm gonna put the fire on this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grandpa, do you want to end the stream and play some no peeky?
Yeah, we're gonna play a game. It's called No Peeky. It doesn't take any intelligence, so that's why we showed him how to play
It
this.
definitely takes intelligence. It takes it's a memory game. That's why he always loses. He
Yeah,
can't
we're
remember
gonna
the cards.
play this game, No Peeky, and we got a propane
The deal of the
fireplace.
game is you're supposed to remember through your cards, and this guy always forgets within the
No, I
first
don't.
5 seconds.
I only forget every other.
And you're like, oh, I thought this was a queen. It's a
But
10.
after that, we're gonna sit around because everything's dry here. You can't have a regular fire, but you can have a propane fireplace
Yeah.
fire. So we're gonna have a propane fire and sit around and enjoy the evening. So nice to have met all of you. Oh, how many? 4?
We got 15 right now.
15.
This is a whole classroom. What are you talking about? This is like
Oh,
one of your classrooms.
I had
pretty much.
a couple of my classes. I had over 40 kids at
I
one
have
time.
I have streams where I get like 400 people. Last one at 7,000.
Yeah, well, obviously I drew a ton of people. They must have been really.
I think it's just a bad time to go live, and also the
Oh,
connection
hold
is
it
probably a bit
says
choppy.
love from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Holy smoke!
Somebody says Chuck Norris stunt
Oh,
double.
she's beautiful. Carolyn, somebody said here you're beautiful. She said she's beautiful.
Oh, for goodness sakes, how sweet.
Dad, somebody said you look like Chuck Norris stunt double.
And he actually has hair. He just doesn't like it, so he gets rid of it.
Somebody said, do you talk about the Jews, bro? Wrong timing. We're with Gramps Stockerson now. It's a wholesome moment. What do you want? You want Gramps? What's your thoughts on Israel and Palestine, Grandpa? This is where we get the views now. This is where you get controversial. This is how I'm showing you how to do the content.
I don't like seeing what's happening to the Palestinian people.
Right.
So
So you saying
you know, when
Palestine?
they're starving to
Mom,
death
you want to move around the fire
and all the kids and that are getting you know, killed, maimed, starving to death.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So would you say to the people, to the world, free Palestine?
Well, I think they're just human beings. They need to have the freedom. It's not the people. It's the stupid idiots that run the countries that mess everything up with people. Nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
So
So do you think Palestine needs to be freed then?
I think all people need to be free. Not just Palestine. All people need to be free.
I say the education system plays a really big role in not letting people express their human souls and be free. Does Grandpa know about the USS Liberty, bro? I don't even know that much about that, man. You're
About
going
the
too
what?
deep. The USS Liberty, you might know what that is. I don't even know what that is.
No, I don't. I'm not being from the States.
Nah, this guy's
I'm
trying
not
to.
really connected too much.
This guy's trying to go in too deep.
Yeah. What's this?
Well
Does
said.
Grandpa
I just read
know
that one.
about the USS? Okay, Liberty.
So I just read. So he says, well said.
Ah.
You're well spoken.
I will
Chad.
love your. Oh, thank you.
Granddad.
Does he have a what
A
channel?
YouTube channel. Yeah, he does have a YouTube channel. It's called GrahamStockerson.com.
No,
right?
I'm intellectually okay, but when it comes to this stuff,
It's GrahamStockerson.com. You guys can check him out.
Well, when you're almost 80, my next birthday, I'll be 80 years old,
80?
and this kind of stuff is not not like these guys, young people, understand it. We're still in the old days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I was gonna talk about something with you. Where do we go from here? What's the conversation?
Well,
I know it's my channel, right?
What's the conversation? How come we don't have 15,000 people watching?
It's a terrible time. What?
Talk about how great I was at hockey when I was a teenager.
Oh yeah,
Are you the
my
Jewish
son,
Jewish
the one
Jew?
that
Yeah, I
shaved his head there, he was a good hockey player. As a matter of fact, one time when he was 14, I think 13 or 14, we went to a Christmas tournament. It started on Boxing Day, and some of the teams that they played against were people that are in the NHL now. And my son got the MVP for the whole tournament. But 2 or 3 months later, he badly broke his ankle, and that kind of put an end to that. So
My dad's awesome. Yeah, he was really good at hockey. Aren't you to do that stream with Rabbi Shmuley? Yes, I am. Sabik, hey, how's it going? Bro, get out of here, bro.
thoughts about what?
Race mixing. So like thoughts about like
Race mixing?
yeah. Do you know what that is? Like
Mixing races.
yeah, pretty much.
You
Like
mean, I don't have a problem with that.
yeah.
I mean, as long as they're not trying to shove things down my throat and I'm not trying to shove things down their throat, I'm quite okay with that. I mean, I don't care where they come from or what they believe in.
As long as they're hot, right? Like as long as they're attractive.
No, I don't think that matters
As
to
long
me.
as they
When you get to my
as
age,
long as they got the features, right?
and what
They got the big booties.
Oh,
I had to do it.
no.
Yo, Glitch, bro, you're asking some crazy grandpa questions, man.
Grandpa thoughts about race mixing.
That's the one I just read. Don't worry, I got you covered. I'm surprised you could see that far.
Yeah.
Okay, did I miss any comments? What do you guys have questions? Oh, yo, we're up to 17. What is this live about? This is a wholesome live stream with my grandpa. Not everything is about deep politics, bro. This guy's trying to take this into a deep philosophical political conversation. This is supposed to be a wholesome. Stream.
What is the what?
What he said? What is this live about then? Because I got mad at him for asking him such deep. Hey, you can ask whatever questions you want, but Grandpa's not super political, so.
Well, not when it involves some of what you talk about. I mean, I'm very political when
Grandpa, do you disagree with anything I talk about?
Just about everything.
Like what, for example? Was your granddad a teacher? Much respect. What subjects did you teach?
I've taught from grade 5 all the way to grade 12. When I was teaching high school, I was teaching grade 12 biology, human biology.
My question though is, when are you ever going to use that stuff in the real world?
Oh, all the time.
When? Yeah. Give me an example.
Yeah, when you cut yourself badly, I can figure out how to stop the bleeding.
So can I. It's called a Band-Aid, or it's called going to the hospital.
Yeah, I had my
that's
industrial
important.
first aid.
How is biology like relevant whatsoever?
You just learn a bit more about yourself, and it helps when you're thinking in terms of health. You'll start to know.
But do you really have to pay all that money to get a biology course? You just probably read like a book.
You go to high school. That's where I taught it. Taught it in high school.
But that's a waste of a lot of hours.
Well, that's your opinion. That's because you didn't apply yourself in school.
And look at and I'm farther than everybody that did apply themselves in school. Whoa, this is like crazy lighting.
Look at this light I got.
See, this is proof that you don't need to apply yourself in school. I'm going to Miami next week. Everybody's going back to school, and I'm going to Miami. You know, why would you apply yourself when you could just chase your dreams? What do you guys think about that? W or L schools? Do you support kids leaving their parents' house at 18?
I left when I was 19.
Do you support me going to Miami?
If you do it for the right reasons, yeah.
W. The right reasons being to build the career, like build my career.
Well, if that's what it does, yeah. As long as you're smart enough to know what's right and what's wrong, and you stay on the right side of it, not get caught on the other side.
I'd say I'm pretty good at that. The other side would probably be like what, like the people like party and like do stupid stuff.
Well, the parties are okay if they're there's different kinds of parties. You want a good party.
Fresh and Fit Collab. Gary said he's going to try to talk to Myron again and get me on Fresh and Fit. But guys, we got 26 people watching. Everybody double tap the screen. Hey, now we're growing 26 viewers. We're getting up to a Grandpa class.
I'm looking for 26,000.
Guys, Grandpa wants 26,000. Double tap the screen, get the likes up. Let's go. Yeah, Fresh and Fit Collab. I mean, that's possible. Gary said he'll either try to get me on Fresh and Fit or like do like a street interview with Myron or something, which would be cool. What do you think of the education system now? Better or worse? Since
which country are we talking about?
like Canada, America, those
Well,
countries?
it's changed. I mean, I've taught all the way, as I said, from grade 5. I've taught at university, so I've done quite a bit of teaching, and there's some good things about education, and there are some things that are changing that need to be changed that I think have got good potential.
What's the good thing about education, like this public education system?
It gives you a sort of broad perspective of what there is out there.
But wouldn't you say traveling does just that?
That helps.
So why do you have to sit in a
Oh,
classroom for
when
six
you
hours a
learn
day?
some stuff in the classroom, when you travel, you got something to go back onto
What
to
if
sort of
you
connect with it.
what if you live and learn through your own experiences, and then you could use YouTube as well? Because I've probably learned more from YouTube than I have in school, to be honest.
Yeah, but there's some things that you learned at school, whether you realize it or not. Before you started doing all of this, you learn how to write, you learn how to read, you learn how to speak to other people, you
But
learn
don't you think you could
empathy.
learn all those things like homeschooled? Definitely
Not
can.
not to the same extent. When you're not
100%
in,
you
when
can.
you're at homeschool, you're not interacting with nearly the same number of
Okay,
people
well,
you
what
do.
if you homeschool your kids and put them in sports and put them in like youth clubs and get them around people? Because if you think about it, they say school's like so social. You know, in school you actually get punished if you talk to your friends too much. Like I would get in trouble for
Oh,
talking.
good.
I
Give
got
me
in
a break.
trouble for
Give me a break.
socializing.
The only time you get in trouble is when you're not respecting what's going on in the classroom and you want to go and do something that's totally different.
But why would I
That's the only
respect
time.
what's going on in the
Burn your
classroom?
lip.
Thank you.
Don't, that's hot.
Is
That's
it
really
water
hot.
or
It's hot water.
okay?
But my question as a natural born rebel would be, what is there to respect about the classroom?
Well, it depends, I guess, and what.
He's gonna get grumpy.
I'm rage rating him.
He's just poking you. Poking
Yeah,
you. Dad,
he's talking to me.
Dad.
What?
You're like the clock. He's winding you
Yeah,
up.
he's winding me up.
No, but seriously, what's there to respect about a classroom?
Well, if I was in the classroom, I'd want to be respected, and I want everybody else in the classroom to be respected for each other, and me respecting them.
Did you know that teachers wouldn't have a job if all the kids just decide that they didn't want to go to school anymore? So you kind of need them more than they need you.
Yeah, tell that to their parents.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
you
true.
think their parents? Oh, I don't want any of my kids going to school.
No, they may want it, but it's ultimately up to the kids. The whole
No, it's
system,
not up to the kids. That's not
the
up to
whole
the kids.
school system would fall apart if the kids just walked into the classroom and said, "We're sick of this." That's
That,
what I always thought when I was in school. I'm
but
like,
you
what if
know,
everybody just walked
most
out right now?
kids are a lot smarter than that. Most kids are realize that there's something they can get out of school. The ones that don't are the ones that make that choice that they're just not going to bother trying to do what the school
I'd say
offers.
the only thing that you could get out of school is making some really good friendships. That's the only thing I've gotten out of
Well,
school.
that's an important one.
That's the only
That's an
important one.
important. We also in schools, you make the friendships, but you also make enemies. Not everybody is friends with absolutely everybody,
Yeah.
and that's reality. And you have to learn how to deal with each of those. Good friends, how do you treat the friends, and all those that you don't get along with, how do you deal with that? You can't go up and smash each one in the face. You got to learn to live with that because you're going to meet those kinds of people
So,
all through life. So if you don't get into that situation,
uh,
you're homeschooled and you're not surrounded by others that have different beliefs and different this and different that, then you're missing something about who you
right.
could become.
So do you think that there could be like a compromise made? Like maybe instead of ending school, we like make the day shorter. Like maybe instead of 6 hours, we go to like 2.5 hours, and we encourage more socialization rather than the teaching of
And what are
useless
you going to do with
subjects.
the rest of the day?
You could live your life,
Doing what?
spend time with your family. You know, most
Your
kids spend.
family.
Wait, wait, wait. Let me talk. Most kids spend more time with their teachers than their own parents.
Yeah, because their parents are busy working, and that's only during the well, I guess if you add up the total number of hours, that's correct. That's why you want to have good teachers
Mhm.
teaching. If there are people in that profession that aren't good teachers, they should not be in that profession.
Hey man, I appreciate the $5 super chat. College is not all that bad. I learned many things in college. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Appreciate the super chat, brother. Yeah, there's definitely good stuff about the college experience, right? Like meeting a lot of new people.
Yeah.
What would you consider going back to teaching, even if it's on YouTube?
He's 100 years old.
Uh,
Of course. he is.
I'm retired now, but I retired when I was 57. I'm 79, and I worked 22 years, almost 22 years, part time after I retired, working with students at the university in Victoria, trying to expand their teaching prowess or their teaching ability. So when they first get in, young teachers getting in, I used to go and watch them into the classroom and give them feedback on what they were doing, validate the good stuff they were doing, and give them some suggestions as to how they can improve, try and build their professional background in teaching, because good teachers are worth the weight in gold. Bad teachers should be out.
I don't even think the world needs teachers anymore. I think they can all do it online. Okay, it's dumb. Okay, bro, I got you. Appreciate the 5, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, W. Yeah, I think the school system's very redundant, especially in this day and age. Most people going to college are paying all that money just to get like replaced by AI. Like I saw a funny video. It's like
Where are you getting all this
go
stuff?
pay all.
Where are you
Wait,
getting
wait,
all
wait,
this
wait.
from?
Go pay all this money, learn all this stuff, waste all your time, and just to get replaced by AI. That's their prank. That's a funny prank.
Where
Right?
on earth are you getting this garbage from?
There's a lot of millionaires that are saying this. Even Gary on the phone was talking to my mom and said he talks to Mark
And
Cuban.
there are a
These
lot of
people are
millionaires. There are a lot of
multi-millionaires.
millionaires that went through the school system
Yeah, but are
and
they?
benefited from
Yeah,
the
okay,
school
but are
system.
they millionaires because of what they learn in school or because of their own personal endeavors?
No, their background that they got in school has helped a lot of them to go through whatever it is they
But you
wanted to
never
do.
see a person that's successful and rich and think, oh, they must have really studied hard. That's never what you think. You think that they're entrepreneurs that did it themselves. Or most people that go to school end
No, a
up,
lot of them.
most people that go to school get like 60
No.
grand a year and nobody even knows who they are. Much respect, sir. Really enjoying your life experience. Thank you.
A lot
Appreciate
of these young people have got a lot of money,
yes, my
inherited
grandpa.
it too. They're not all
Okay, maybe
super
some of them
inherited.
inherited, but when you look at somebody that's rich and successful, you think they're an entrepreneur, self-made. They didn't
You,
go
you're
and
making a
study
big
hard.
thing about being rich. What
That's not
does
just
rich mean?
rich.
Just a lot of money. Money is not what makes people happy.
Then how come you're always asking me how much money I'm making on YouTube? If money's not,
I don't ask about.
you guys are always
You
like,
tell-
how much are you making?
I don't.
Like-
you tell me. I don't ask you how much.
Yeah, you guys are.
Listen,
You and
no,
Nana are
no,
always
no.
like,
You
oh,
say,
you're
oh,
making
do
a
you
lot
know
of
how
money.
much do you know how much I'm making now because I'm getting all of the ad money and all?
Yeah, but
I don't ask you.
No, oftentimes you and Nana are like, oh, are you making good money from that? Because you want to make sure that I can sustain myself on here. So you are admitting that money's important.
No.
Yeah, you
no,
asked me.
no.
You want to make sure I can sustain myself on YouTube.
This is what happens.
That's you guys admitting that money's
This is
important.
what happens when you don't go to school. You start to.
You get famous. Well, everybody, wow, everybody should not go to school then. So what you're saying, when you don't go to school, you get famous on the internet? Really? Damn. Okay.
You have a skill.
You're making a good case
you
here.
have a skill that a lot of people don't have. Okay, and you might be able to make it without going on to other education. Although you will get your education in a different way, but you will only move forward by being educated one way or another.
You can self-educate. Like I was just reading Think and Grow Rich. That's a very important book.
Self-education. That's not a problem. Yeah. But you need more than just one opinion about the way you're learning. You need to have other influences coming in.
Would you say it's better to get a mentor that's already done what you're trying to do? That's probably better than some random teacher teaching 40 kids who all have different interests, the same thing. 40 kids in the classroom all want to be different things.
Doesn't matter.
You're sitting them all down, teaching them the same thing universally, but every kid's different.
What is it when you're teaching them the same thing? What is it you're teaching them?
Math, biology, science.
No,
look at the anatomy of a frog.
That's a misconception. That is the springboard for a lot of the other things that are important in life.
Look at the anatomy of a frog and x plus y equals z.
Doesn't matter. You got to think.
No rich and successful person does square root of x and y.
See how he keeps cutting me off because he doesn't like what I'm going to say.
Tyson is an autodidact. What does that even mean? He needs to be around Christians and not Muslims. Tom, what do you mean? What's an auto? Do you know what that word means?
Autodidact. Didact?
What's it mean?
I don't know. It's a word I'm not very familiar with that.
But you're a principal.
Doesn't make any difference. Being a principal doesn't make you perfect.
You need more of an education. You don't even know these words.
Doesn't make you perfect.
You don't even know what these words mean.
No.
Yeah, I think we've come to the conclusion that the school system is very outdated and not needed. Self-taught? Oh, never mind. Maybe you should go to college. Even he doesn't know what that word means, man. That means self-taught, apparently.
Oh, okay.
This guy was a principal. He doesn't know what that word means.
No, I haven't seen that word before.
Someone who learns on their own time. Yeah. Because I listen.
Well, I'm not saying you can't learn on your own time, but when you're learning on your own time, you're not necessarily communicating with other people. Learning how to use other people to come to consensus, because your ideas are your ideas and there are other ideas, and sometimes those two ends, if they come together, you form something that's much
But how do
better.
you become your own person if you're always worried about like what other people think about you and other people's ideas? Don't you have to go into your own and form like who you are as a
Yeah,
person?
you can do that by learning from other people what you like about them
Right.
and what you don't like about
And
them,
that's why the
and
internet
that
exists.
helps to produce the person that you become. If you're isolated all the time, you have no idea what else is out there. You're all consuming just what you believe,
Um,
and you've got no
I would say
reference
you don't have to go to school to like socialize with people. Like I've met a lot of people outside of school, like a lot
on
of
this
friends
thing.
too.
That's where you meet
You
most of
no,
the.
it's not just this. I mean, definitely on here, but also
Yeah,
in the
but
real
this
world.
is not like in person.
No,
These
I'm
people here
no,
that
no, no.
that are responding to you, if they were sitting across the table, the discussion would be much more open than it was is on here.
No, I'm not just talking like I met people on there. Like I've also met people in real life outside of school, like friends now even, right? So I met a lot of people that I know now. Flip the camera. I can't do it now because it's already live. I should have just started like that though. But let's see.
People still hanging in there.
Yeah, we got about 20 right now.
Oh my goodness.
We got 11 likes.
What's this flip the what?
Yeah, they want me to flip it sideways. I don't really know. No, you can't do that because it's already live.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's already.
Sorry.
It's all
Oh,
good, it's all
okay.
good.
Just shows you how much I know about this stuff.
But yeah, Grandpa, how does it feel? I've just debunked the whole school system.
No, you haven't.
I absolutely have.
You've proven how ignorance doesn't really pay off because you really don't understand the value of school.
Ignorance pays off because now all my friends are going to college. I'm going to go to Miami. So ignorance very much paid off.
So the kids going to college are.
And they don't even know what they want to be. They're spending all this
Well,
money studying things that they don't even know what they want
But
to do.
that's part about how you find out. It's like first year university. A lot of students go to university.
Oh,
Take
yeah,
a general program.
That'd just be 10
sit-
grand. That'd be 10 grand just to find out what you want to do.
It's not that you're not learning stuff, and it can put you into an avenue that pays off in the end. And there are many millionaires out there that did not receive the money from
And they sure as hell
somebody.
didn't go to college and get a nice
And
little job.
yeah,
Dominic says, how much is college? That's a good question for you because you probably know the pricing a bit better than me.
well, I went to college how many years ago? When I went to college, university, it was $400 for each semester, so $800, and then I had to buy books on top of that. When I graduated after 4 years of university, I owed $8,000, and back then, which was in 1970, $8,000 was a lot of money, but I paid it all off in 1 year.
Well, how much do you think it is nowadays? Because that's from the fossil age.
Well,
That's from the
well,
dinosaur
8,000.
age, right?
You multiply that by 4, and that's probably somewhat in line with what it would cost to go to university now. Probably more in some cases, depending how long the course is. If it's a 4-year degree, 5-year degree.
So you think it's like over or under $20,000?
No, it's going to be over.
Over 20 grand just to
And
sit and learn
now,
from somebody that
by
didn't
the
even
way,
make
that 8,000 I was living in residence. Now, if you live in residence, it costs you even more now.
I'd say the public school system's a really good business, and they have a very good job at psyoping people into thinking that they need it. They definitely make a lot of money off it. It's a very good business. I got to give them that. But in terms of use, it's an absolute scam.
What do you mean
Everybody
they
knows
make a lot of money off it?
it. You just said they're paying $20,000.
Oh, you're talking about university.
Yes, it's a
Oh.
great business.
Oh.
University is a great business. They make a lot of money from it. Right?
Well, they have to pay people. They have to supply.
You don't think there's any
supply
profit?
the materials. They have to build the buildings.
You don't think there's
people
any
in.
profit behind the university and the school system?
Of course, they're trying to make
Absolutely.
money, but they're trying to
Yeah.
make money.
It's a business.
No, what do you mean? They're
W.
making
Tyson?
money, huh?
W. Tyson, granddad is out of touch. Thank you, Tom. I
Well,
agree.
yeah.
You've no comeback. You've no comeback.
You and he'd be
You know,
really
the
good
person
friends.
that created the school system, John Rockefeller, said, "We don't need a nation
Oh,
of thinkers. We need a
John
nation
Rockefeller.
of workers."
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Workers.
There's a John Rockefeller, right?
John D. Rockefeller.
Oh,
he
he's a
created the
millionaire.
school system. Yeah, he said, "We don't need a nation of thinkers. We need a nation of workers." He's the guy that started the school system. What does that mean, Grandpa? We need a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. Tell me what that means. He created the whole school system. Go. You're
No,
drowning,
but
Grandpa. You're drowning.
Workers back in those days, what kind of work did people have? They used to go into a
Factories.
building where they're doing rows of stuff, all doing the same thing
Yeah,
over and over again.
factories.
That's the way that the work used to be.
Well,
You didn't have
exactly.
to think. You
Yeah.
just went in, You got it yourself into a
Yeah, well,
factory.
here's what it is, right? The guy that started school wants a bunch of factory workers because society needs them to run. So we create the school system so everybody's a good little worker bee, but nobody actually thinks for themselves. Nobody actually makes something
if
of themselves
you if
and is
you
self-reliant.
if you knew anything about the curriculum that kids take today,
It's bullcrap.
and
I've been through
no, it isn't.
it. I just went through it.
It is. Well, yeah, you went through it, but you didn't pay much attention to it.
Yeah, because it was all BS. I could filter out the BS. I could
No.
filter the garbage.
No.
The American continent is screwed. What do you mean by that?
What's that? The American what?
Agree the things.
Well, the American, I think the education system in Canada is superior to what it is in the
It must be
States.
really bad down there, then.
Well, they have their, they underpay their teachers, so they don't necessarily get some of the clientele in there that they like to get to do the job. It is not an easy job. You have to be dedicated to it, and you have to know how to teach to get the kids turned on. But
whoa, wait, pause.
Hold it.
Pause.
If you're a teacher that just throws facts and bits and pieces of information.
What does that mean, though? Get the kids turned on. What do
No.
you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean by that? Get the kids turned on. What are you trying to say?
Turned on to learning, wanting to be turned on to learning.
You said
Oh,
it really,
sorry.
You said it a really bad way.
Young people's minds are a little,
You said it a really bad way. Good morning, brother. What's up? Heavenson, Haram. Grandpa, are you still enjoying the stream?
I've raged it's far from the people even listening to this.
Yeah, we got 22 people right now. And wait, guys, type a W in the chat if you agree school's an absolute scam. Type an L in the chat if you agree with my grandpa. Let's see how many people agree with me versus agree with you. Guys, W in the chat if you agree that you could be a self-made person in this world and you don't need to follow a little business and a little Jewish
grandpa's blood pressure medication.
Guys, W in the chat if you don't think we should go to the Jewish education system. Look at all those W's. Look at that. Tom with the W, Miss Emma with the W, Casey with the W, Yaku man with a W. I don't see. Oh, he did a W and an L.
What kind of people are tuning into this then?
My mom just said this
Darla.
This is great. Thank you, Mom.
$2.79. That's more than he's worth, for heaven's sakes.
This message is down for review. As soon as you hit them, they're all bent. W Grandpa's a Shabbos Goy? What the heck? He's calling you Jew. No, wait, never mind. Goy's not Jewish. Yeah, you should be a good little goy though and go to the school system according to you, right?
Yeah, well, I happen to know what I'm talking about because I did it for years. And
that's absolute ignorance to think that you know what you're talking about.
Just because I know what goes on in schools. A lot of these people
I was just in school. I know damn well what goes on in school.
Yeah, but there's those people that apply themselves, and then there's
people that apply themselves in the real world.
No,
there's people that follow the script like a good little boy, and there's people that make something in the real world.
There's no script to follow.
It's the education script. $20,000 just to figure out.
Oh, you're back at university. I'm talking about high school.
Oh yeah, well that's also a big time waster. I've spent so much time.
What does he think about what?
What does Grandpa think about the Indians in Canada? Do you think there's a lot?
I would assume the indigenous.
No. He's talking about like Indians, like from India.
From India?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that as long as they Canadianize themselves. They come to Canada and become citizens. I don't mind that the cultures and they've got all that stuff that they do because they have some fantastic stuff that's quite interesting in their culture, and not shove it down people's throats. And most of them don't. They become good citizens in Canada and have no problem about it.
I actually agree with that very much. That's good. That's a good opinion.
Well, one thing just came up that he agrees with. That's amazing.
Somebody says, if you go to India, can you be an Indian? Like, do you think if we migrated to India, we could be Indians?
No.
So how could they be Canadians then if they come to Canada?
Well, I could. Yeah, I could become an Indian citizen.
Right.
But I would still have my culture over there.
So are you saying that Indians aren't real Canadians?
Well, if they become Canadian citizens, they are. Yeah.
But what if we became Indian citizens? Are we Indians?
If you're an Indian citizen, you're considered to be
an
Indian. Yeah.
Okay. So you say it goes both ways.
Of course.
Yeah. Fair enough. School hasn't changed in the past 200 years.
No, that's baloney. No, that's absolute baloney.
Really?
Yeah. And
elaborate.
That's the kind of comment that, well, pardon the expression, is sheer ignorance. Because if you say something like that, you really don't understand what's going on in the schools.
Jeez, Miss Emma, you're getting flamed. You're pure ignorance. Huh. Miss Emma, what's your response? Send us $20 super chat and respond to Grandpa. I'm just kidding.
So they can adapt to your what culture, but you can't adapt to theirs.
Oh yeah, so you're saying Indians could adapt to Canadian culture, but you're saying that we can't adapt to their culture.
Well, we could.
We could.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I'm not debating.
There's a lot of Canadians that aren't originally from India that live in India
Right.
love it, and so they're adapting. Some of them never come back. They just really love it. So
We got to do a Grandpa reacts to that video called "What is School for?" by
what
Prince
does
Wade.
this mean? The classroom hasn't changed.
Yeah, the classroom hasn't changed. If you look at pictures of school 200 years ago versus now, it's still the same thing.
No,
with
you
desks
haven't
in a
walked
row.
into this. I've been in these new schools they're
Grandpa, you're
building.
acting like I didn't
They're
just graduate
nothing.
from high
They're
school.
nothing like the schools that when I went to school.
Grandpa, you're acting like I didn't just graduate from high school. You keep saying you know more about how school is. I was just in school. Like
Yeah, well,
less than a year ago.
did you go to Oak Bay High School that's just been built? Did you go
Oak
to
Bay's been
Royal
built for a
Road
couple
School that's
years.
just been built? Belmont School has just been built.
Okay, but
These
you're
are the
saying
new schools.
you're saying the curriculum's
These
changed.
are
The
new.
curriculum's the
Huh?
same. The
No,
curriculum's the
it's
same at
not.
every
It's
school.
not. It's not.
So what you're saying Oak Bay
Well,
has a different
the
curriculum than
curriculum
Wyoming?
is the same, but the teacher has some professional, I guess, abilities to make that relevant to the kids in the classroom. It's the curriculum, as I keep saying, is the springboard with all the other things that you need to learn in life.
Can you believe how many people are still listening to this? We got like 20, I think. We got 14 likes and at least has 14 viewers. This is proof younger brains are more malleable and can change your mind. Yeah, he's so set in his ways.
Well, what he's saying is true, and the teacher has to provide the opportunity for these kids to express
But you're
themselves.
saying the kids can't express themselves on their own?
Of course they can. They can. No, the teacher gives them the opportunity to be able to express what it is that they
But what if you give
believe.
yourself that opportunity because you're just built different? You're just him. What if you're just Chad Maxton?
And you're all by yourself. So what opportunities are you going to give yourself? The teacher has a wealth of knowledge that they can use to expand what you know by delving into various aspects of
Grandpa,
life that you wouldn't do by yourself.
how do you feel about the fact I'm going to use my platform to end the entire school system? I'm going to start like massive protests, like thousands of people marching to end the school system.
Well, there are some ignorant people that get out there and join you, I suppose.
I'm sure I'd be backed by some self-made
Yeah.
millionaires.
Most people wouldn't.
I think the attitude in school has changed. Bullying is out of control. Teachers and students suffering PTSD. I don't think bullying is that bad of a thing. I think that's a good thing. Kids
Well,
should
the
go through
bullying has always been there, but there's
that build. I feel like that builds character. Right?
do you know one of the ways that bullying is being enhanced is with this social media stuff.
How so?
Well, getting a hold of kids and bullying through the social media. They find out somebody's text number or whatever it is, and there's a lot of that kind of bullying
Like
going on.
anonymous. Yeah.
Yeah, anonymous, gutless.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I think bullying is like a good, healthy
What's this?
adversity.
Teacher only teaches the curriculum.
Young children can
And
resource from different sources like the internet and peers. Exactly. Like we can
what's
think
this?
outside the box.
Just a minute. Teacher only teaches the curriculum.
Young-
What on earth does that mean?
young
There's a curriculum, but you don't teach the curriculum. You use the curriculum to bring out all of those things that are important for the kids to learn. And that some of it's knowledge based, but if you just are relying on facts in the curriculum, then you're not teaching them. That's not teaching. That's just, and they can go on the media and learn more facts than you'll ever give them in the
What he's
classroom.
basically saying is teachers keep kids in a box, but kids have the ability to think outside the box. It's pretty
Who
much what he's
said
saying.
anything about keeping them in a
Well,
box?
that's what his comment means. Teacher can only teach a little curriculum. Keep it in the
No,
curriculum.
there's so much more. The curriculum you're suggesting here are facts, and facts are there's facts there, but most of the facts you can find elsewhere. So you use the curriculum to bring out other things that are important. As I keep telling you, and that's not necessarily the facts that you give them.
I got a hot take here. I would argue that John Zerka is more knowledgeable than any professor or teacher on the planet. What do you think about that take?
I don't even know who he is.
That's a shame. That right there shows you because he talks about psychology. Do you know who
And
Carl Jung?
where does he talk about
Do you
it?
know who Carl Jung is?
Where does he talk about it?
On his channel.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not into this watching the channel stuff, so that's why I don't know too
Well,
much
that just
about it.
shows that you.
No, it doesn't show. It just shows I'm not interested in a
And
lot of what
learning
I
new
see on here.
things? You're just interested in the curriculum,
No,
not
not
learning new
this.
things.
Guys,
Who's winning this debate?
there is no debate.
Guys, do you know who Carl Jung is?
Nope.
You don't know. You used to be a principal. You don't know Carl Jung.
No.
He's like the person that pioneered psychology. Even I learned about him in my psychology class. How do you not know Carl
What do you
Jung?
do?
What do you mean? What do you do? This guy.
I'm not
So
interested.
you're saying you know all the stuff that I don't, but you
I
don't
didn't
even know.
say. I never
But
ever
you don't
said
even
that.
know how the human mind works.
So where did you get that from?
Carl Jung is the main guy of
Well,
psychology.
there's a lot of people that psychologists
So you have no idea how people even think.
the psychology courses I took was back in when I went to university, and
Tom,
I've taken none of that.
Tom says just let him rest peacefully. He won't change his mind, do research, etc. It's too much. Yeah, I agree. Grandpa's getting tired, but you are not. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Hey guys, my grandpa's a 33 life path too. What do you guys think about that? He's a 33. That's why I'm grilling him, because he could take it. Be nice to your grandpa. Okay, this is the thing I hate. Every time I just try to express my opinions, people think I'm being mean to my grandpa. No, we just have different worldviews, but we're expressing it in a healthy way. How is that being mean to my grandpa? Do you think I'm being mean to you right now?
no, you just don't know what you're talking about. That's all.
See, I'd say you're being mean by saying that. It's just a debate, you know. You guys are
And you
hilarious.
can see we're gradually fading out of the picture.
I know.
Probably making these guys very happy.
Yeah, yeah. How are
Yeah.
we
Oh,
gonna?
look what your mom's saying. Be nice to your grandpa.
I just read that.
Oh,
I
okay.
literally
I
just
didn't
read
realize
that.
it was coming from your mom.
Yeah.
You are
guys
hilarious. Emma, okay, what's this? Yay, it's good he's having fun. You can tell.
Who, my
Now,
grandpa?
which one's having fun? I'm the one having fun because all of the stuff he talks about is absolute baloney. So I'm having fun with
Wait,
this.
grandpa, are you having fun?
I'm having fun.
Man, I
Tyson,
respect that.
Tyson has a good head on his shoulders. Yeah, it looks pretty good when he looks in the mirror. He questions pretty much everything. I wish you could be more malleable. I'm very malleable,
No, you're not. You're
but I
stuck in
didn't
your
know
ways from the
what this guy,
dinosaur age.
what Tom wants me to do is to agree with all the stuff that you're saying.
No, he just
That's
wants you
no,
to keep
no,
an
no,
open
no,
mind.
no. That's what he wants. He wants me to
Grandpa,
do that.
Grandpa, you're a boomer. You're
I'm
close-minded.
malleable, but it doesn't mean to say I have to believe everything that he's saying.
Wait, are we still able to play no peeky, or is it getting too dark?
No, I've got a light.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We could just play the light. I'll end the
Hey,
stream
hey,
right now
you're
if you guys
you're
want.
getting off of this. The people are starting wondering where your mind's going here.
Sorry. We got 20 people, so we got to keep them entertained. Grandpa, you're more invested in this than I am right
You both are really what you're going to say nuts.
now. You both are really, and then
Oh, there you
YouTube
go.
probably censored it.
Oh no,
Crasher.
our crasher dropped. Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about.
Uh,
He was about to say you both are really, and then like YouTube probably deleted it.
no,
'cause
I'd
he's
probably
just hilarious.
say you both are very intelligent. At least the grandfather is. That's probably what she was going to
That's such
say.
a grandpa joke to make.
I know it is.
Are you open-minded, Granddad? Who writes history?
I'm
That's a
I'm
good question.
open-minded, but I can't tolerate ignorance.
Who would you say Who writes history? Would you say?
Who writes history?
Yeah. Tom asked you who writes history.
Who writes history? Well, I'm not quite sure where that question's coming from. The historians, I guess, record history, so they write it in that sense. So I'm not sure
But
what the question is.
who gets to get their message out about history?
Well, if you listen to social media, a lot of what you is on social media is absolute crap, and I think we all know that. So,
Wait, do you have your light right now?
huh?
Do you have your light right now? It might help with the stream.
Do I what?
Have the light right now, because it might help with the stream, because we're getting kind of dark.
Well, Nana will have to go find it.
I don't want to make her get up.
But these guys are probably getting a little tired.
Grandpa, I could go grab it if you tell me what it is. I don't want to get Nana.
Well, I no, because you'd have to dig it out because I don't know exactly where it is.
Okay. Tom is saying victors, like the people that won the war, write the history. Do you agree with that or no?
Tom says victors write the history.
Do you agree with
Well,
that?
I think the those that weren't victorious, you'll find have written books about. You think of some of the Second World War. Um, the victors write all of the things that they did right to win the war, but you'll also find that the other side, there are individuals on that side who have written about what their experiences were, whether they're good or bad.
But like, what gets taught in the schools? Is it from the winning side or the losing
I
side?
think it's a combination of from everywhere.
Does Granddad understand propaganda and how it's used?
Oh yeah, this particularly on this medium, a lot of propaganda. And there's a lot going on down in the States right now, which um, propaganda and how it's used, and of course a lot of it is totally incorrect, in my mind anyway. And that comes from both sides or all sides. What's this? Israel or Palestine? I'm not sure what do you mean. Is
Like, who do you support?
Which one is the nicer country, or which one is
Like,
the?
who do you support?
I don't. I support the people of the country. I don't care which country it is that want to live freely.
Yeah, but you said earlier you stand with Palestine, right?
I don't like the way the Palestinians are.
The
The
Palestinians.
Palestinians are being.
Palestinians.
I don't like the way they're suffering, and it doesn't matter what country it is. Palestine. If it was happening to Israel, I'd feel the same way about them. I think about the African countries. A lot of the countries are suffering that's going on in those countries. You know,
What do you think about John Zirk-Stofferson?
I don't think much at all.
Oh, okay.
What was that? A lot going on in Toronto. When was the last time you were
have like
there?
a light.
Probably can't recognize it. I was in Toronto just last
Oh,
was it
perfect.
last year. I was in Toronto.
Do you see Drake?
No,
Why?
because I wasn't gonna go see Drake.
Tyson, ask him if he knows who Drake is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you
I
know
know
who
who
Drake
Drake is.
How?
I know. I even know he's Canadian.
How do you know who Drake is? Probably because he's on the news once, right?
No, I've seen a little bit of his.
Do you like his music?
Well, it's not my cup of tea, but he's not bad.
Why did you see him on CBC?
Oh,
So bright.
whoa.
Tyson just said one of the light.
Yeah, but not.
Wait, can you put it like on that table so it's kind of far from us, but it like illuminates? He's more Justin
Yeah,
Bieber.
just you don't even. Oh, that's
Oh.
too bright. If you bounce it off the car, yeah, that's
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's all you need.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, how do you guys feel? Wait, Grandpa, how do you feel after getting cooked so hard by your grandson? Debate about the education system. Like seriously, that must hurt the ego, right?
No, I haven't been cooked by you at all.
I'd say
No,
I'd say
it just
me, my dad, and the people in the world would
you're just
argue with you.
rattling on about something you don't know a lot about. Let's put
Also
it that
known
way.
as waxing poetic.
Grandpa, what makes you think that you know so much more than me
About what?
about school system and
you
about
know
the world?
way more about this stuff than
'Cause-
I will ever know or ever want to know.
Wait, Tyson needs to learn to. Tom, whose side are you on? Tyson needs to learn to respect his elders. Dad should spank him.
Oh, he doesn't need his dad to spank him. I could easily do it.
Tom.
He's a piece of cake.
Somebody says shape of the earth. Yeah, what do you think the earth is shaped?
It's triangular.
Seriously, you're a triangle
No,
earther?
jeez.
What do you think it's shaped?
Why do I even need to answer that question? Jeez.
They're asking it.
Is that a?
Did they really land on the moon?
Yeah, that's a good question too. Did they?
I didn't.
But did they?
Of course they did.
Of course they did. What evidence do you have that they landed on the moon?
Jeez.
Seriously. Do you know there's a video of an astronaut saying to a little girl, the little girl's like, why have you not been back to the moon? And the astronaut goes, because we didn't go there.
Oh, well, of course, you always get the idiot who'll say something
That
like
was
that.
literally an astronaut, though, that went to the moon. I forgot his name, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's a video of an astronaut admitting that they
you
didn't go to the moon.
probably believe a lot of stuff you read on social
And you believe
media.
a lot of things that the Matrix Goyslop feeds you. The propaganda machines.
I watched that. I watched the landing on the moon.
Grandpa, what would you think about people that argue that your point of view makes you a robot? Burp, burp, go to university, go to college, burp,
As
burp,
long as
they
I'm
went to the
as long
moon.
as it would make me into a good-looking robot, I'm okay with that.
Grandpa, you've been roboticized. Thoughts on Muslims?
I don't have much thought on them. I don't like the extreme, but the majority of them aren't that, and I don't like the extreme in any religion. So I don't really have a problem with Muslims. I don't have a problem with anything as long as they behave themselves and that they don't try and shove it down my throat, and they don't hurt other people.
That's a fair point. What's your thoughts on feminism?
Yeah, they wanted some
Feminism.
so
I don't have a problem with that.
Seriously? You don't think it's destroyed the planet? If we could have gone to the moon all that time ago, we could do it much easier now. There's an underwater tank. Yeah, did you see the videos of the water bubbles in their little videos too on the moon? There's so much stuff I can show you.
No, well, this question it could be much easier now. Well, they're planning a landing within the next year or two, and they're going to get up there much more easily because the technology is so far advanced from when they did it in 1960. What was it? 60? I can't remember.
This is a funny comment. Does Grandpa care about society, or is he indifferent to every subject?
Yeah, I care about society.
That's actually a funny comment.
Yeah, but see, some of these people aren't seeing my point of view because I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm almost 80 years old.
I don't think it's because you're old. I just think it's because you think that you know everything.
I don't know. There's a lot I don't know, but I didn't know that word that came across.
Yeah.
I admitted it.
Yeah. But just because you're old doesn't mean that you have some secret knowledge.
Well, I have secret knowledge about you that I'm never going to tell you what it is, but I've got some secrets about you.
Yeah, you're scaring me now.
Yeah. Well, you should be scared.
What are you talking about? Oh God, what does he know?
I'm just trying to get your word.
Does Grandpa use Chat GPT?
Nope.
What?
What is it?
You just proved everything in this entire debate. Dad, he just said he doesn't even know what Chat GPT is.
What?
Wait, that is. Wait, say that again. You don't know what Chat GPT is. You're drowning. By the way, you're drowning in this debate. You don't know what Chat GPT is?
Now, should I tell you I know it,
So
or
wait,
should I say?
wait, how can you say that robots aren't going to replace jobs when you don't even know what Chat GPT is? Tell me this is a principle, by the way. Yeah. You don't
No.
even know what Chat GPT is?
When I was a principal, there was no such thing.
Yeah, because it was a different world, and now we
Yeah.
live in a world where we don't need school anymore. You just proved the point. It's over. You don't even know what ChatGPT is. How can you say that robots aren't going to take over jobs when you don't even know what ChatGPT is? Yeah, it was a different time when you were a principal. We don't need that stuff anymore, bud. We have ChatGPT. You have a question, you go ask it. You know.
I know. I know. You can ask it anything, and it'll give you back whatever you want to hear. I guess.
No, you don't understand.
No, I probably don't because I don't.
It searches the entire internet, pulls from all these
Oh,
different
what
sources.
they do?
ChatGPT is definitely smarter than you.
Oh, I would never ever say anything other than that. I'm not claiming to be very smart. I just.
Tom, the thing is, me and my grandpa are both 33, so we're probably both like the same age spiritually. Our souls are probably the same age.
Yes, respect your grandpa. Stop talking down. He's your elder.
I know, but we're both 33s. Like we're both like the same age spiritually, right?
You have to ease into it. I'm not being bothered by him, by the way. If people think he's
I know. Every time I try to debate you, everybody like thinks I'm like harassing my grandpa.
no, it's just I love my grandson, and it's too bad he's not as bright as his grandpa. But it'll come. It'll
See,
come.
comments like that make me want to really rip at you. Grandpa loves the challenge. I respect that. Dude, Philip, bro, that's a crazy. Don't even read.
You
what
ever
just,
what?
No, don't even
You
read
ever
that.
thought?
No, don't even.
No,
read
never. Why would I do that?
that. Do you even understand what he's talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Wait, what is he talking
Well,
about? Then?
never mind. We won't get into that.
Never mind,
had
Grandpa's
his
dodo.
dodo brains. Oh, Todd, you're such a lovely guy.
It's a loving rivalry. Yeah, like obviously I love my grandpa. I love you, but I don't agree with anything. I agree with some stuff.
Tyson's always trying to bring me into conversations that I mean, I didn't even want to do this. And how long have we been on here?
Like over an hour.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well, you're now more into than me. I said we could play no peeking. You're like, well, the people
Yeah.
want a show. We'll give them a show.
See, it's a loving rival. You're right, and as long as you understand that Grandpa's always right, then there's not a problem.
Grandpa's always right because he's
And
grandpa.
I am joking. I am joking.
Grandpa's always right just because he's grandpa. This is a great conversation. I appreciate that. Yeah, the people seem to really like this. I could tell your 33 energy is being expressed.
Yeah. What does Grandpa do in his free time now that he is retired? Well, I like to cycle. As I was telling you earlier, I went 21 years of part-time work with student teachers, watching them in the classrooms for the university and supporting what they were doing and giving them a sense of how they could improve on their profession. And I just loved it. And student teachers here have basically three different years in their when they're learning that's related to student teaching. So I would go in and help them to with their expertise, basically.
Do you take up the whole road while cycling?
I try not to, but in Victoria we have a lot of really good cycling paths. So
Somebody asked if he takes the whole road while he's cycling.
no.
There
Oh,
are those
Tom!
people.
Look, it's Tom again. Oh, Tom, he loves me.
Do
Yeah,
you
I
love
can tell.
him? Do you love him now?
I don't even know him.
Seriously? So you don't have love for your fellow human?
Well, it depends what you mean by love.
Wow. So you're saying you don't love people?
I'm enjoying his comments, but I don't think he really
Do you think he's
really
intelligent?
connects. He doesn't connect with me.
Do you think Tom's intelligent, or do you think just another little stalker sitting running around on the internet?
I'm going to go back to the what do I do in my free time? Retired. Also done quite a bit of kayaking, and until I hurt my ankle, I was doing as much of hiking as I can. And I was playing pickleball until I hurt my ankle. So I sort of slowed down a little bit with the ankle because it's really been bothering me. But I'm hoping to get it fixed and get back. Cycling, it doesn't bother me, so I can cycle all day long. It doesn't bother me. So I do that. And gardening, I'm not that great at it, but we do a little bit of that.
Let's see this. Victoria has a lot of stupid bike riders. True.
There's a lot of stupid bike riders all over the world.
Tom does love slamming grandpa and grandson. He's playing both sides. Yeah, Tom's kind of on both sides.
Oh, Tom, he's a great guy. He's trying to think of all kinds of.
My
funny
mom
things.
just had to time somebody out because he was asking inappropriate questions, Pia.
Who was?
Philip got timed out by Darla Hockley for asking inappropriate questions.
Oh, what was an intro? Did you remember one of his
Did
intro?
you see
I
the
don't
one?
even
Where's
wanna
your
repeat
favorite
it.
place to cycle? Is that old?
Oh no, that was just
where's? Right. Oh, just in around the Victoria area. Victoria down through Souk and up through North Saanich, up near the airport where the ferries are. And if you don't know Victoria, you won't know what I'm talking about. But it's fantastic cycle. My son and I went over to Europe. Oh, it was 12 years ago now. I flew into Munich, and then he and I got on the river, cycling river cruises. And we get off every day and ride our bikes and meet the boat down to the next stop. Sometimes it's 50, 60 kilometers away. And we spent about 8 or 9 days doing that. Really enjoyed that.
Here's a really good comment. Will Grandpa ever use AI? You don't even know what AI is.
He knows
Yeah,
what
I know what
artificial
AI is.
intelligence.
Yeah, but he's never used ChatGPT.
Well,
Why do you need to? He's got the newspaper.
Here, my son. I don't need the chat. What do they call it?
Chat GP.
How you
GT.
don't
Oh,
even
that's
know
that
what it's
AI. Is that?
Yeah,
The,
that's
the thing that's
okay.
gonna
I
replace
didn't
jobs.
realize. I know what
That's gonna
AI is.
replace jobs.
Oh, okay.
Go to Miami with Tyson. You have
Yeah.
all the time and money to do so, says Colin.
What was this? Go to Miami with Tyson. You have all the time and money to do so. But I find kind of boring what he's going for, and the political situation down there. I'm not too fond of
You're
either.
scared Trump's gonna come and
No, I'm not.
personally
I'm not
take
afraid
you out?
of Trump.
Wait, why do you think it'd be boring what I'm doing? Do you not support my mission?
No, you'd be doing that. What would I be doing? I wouldn't be doing anything.
You
You
could,
could go to the beach and
Well,
watch
I go to the
bikinis.
beach, but I can go to the beach here. I don't need to go to the
Grandpa.
beach
You're
there.
33 though. You could get on the podcast yourself.
I'm on one.
Grandpa loves the Goy slot propaganda.
What's the most challenging cycle path you've been on? So I haven't. It's just
I'm gonna go pee by a
around
tree.
here. There's some really nasty hills to go up, but I guess you could call that challenging. Um, I think the longest one was when I was over in Europe, but it was it wasn't really that difficult. There were a couple of really steep hills that we went up, and that that was challenging. And to be able to cycle and see all the things we wanted to see and make it back to the boat on time for dinner was sometimes challenging, but we did it. Um, what's this? Grandpa loves the what? Koi slop propaganda. Oh, Tom is back. Oh, Tom, supervise Tyson. Supervise him? Hey, I'm all by myself. Where did Tyson go?
Tyson's taking a pee.
Oh, I won't tell you what he's doing over by the tree there.
Taking a pee break.
Tom's got he comes up with some pretty dillies here, doesn't he, Bruce?
Wait, look at this. Why
Trump-
don't you want to spend quality time with Tyson? Is sitting at home and bicycling better?
Trump is doing great in USA. Oh, come on.
Trump is doing great in the
Come
USA.
on,
Elbows up, Grandpa.
You know,
Yeah,
you
let's
know
go.
this
W Trump.
really. I just don't understand. I have to be honest with you. I have to be honest with you. As an outsider looking in, I cannot understand how anybody down there or anywhere else can actually think this guy is doing a good job. But just look at the disaster. Look at
I know.
what the United States has
If I
become.
watched as much news as you did,
No,
I'd
look
probably
at
think the same.
it is unbelievable what's going on down there. I
Grandpa,
just can't believe it.
Would
Anyway,
you agree with the statement that you live your life through a TV screen?
no, why don't you want to spend quality time with Tyson? Is sitting at home and bicycling better? All right, hey, Tyson's has been on a bike ride with me, so it's sometimes we're out together on a bike.
And he's going to get you out golfing.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you're gonna get me out golfing. That's a challenge.
Yeah,
You're going to
feel
teach
that
him how to golf.
Yeah, he's gonna teach me how to golf.
No, you're going to teach him how to golf.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna teach him how not to golf. No, sorry.
No sorrow
Oh
lasts.
no, sorrow
forever.
lasts forever, nor happiness. If your heart,
Your
if
heart
in
you
your
are
heart you have contentment, then you and he who possesses the world are equal. Hey,
This guy's a philosopher.
yeah, I agree with that. Tom's taken the
Wait, what do you, Grandpa? What do you make of what he just said? I don't really understand the last part.
what?
If in your heart you have contentment, then you and he who possesses the world are equal.
Equal.
What does
Well,
that
it just means if you're happy, it doesn't matter where you're coming from. You're, if you're
Oh
content,
yeah,
you're happy.
contentment.
Tom's
This
taken
definition
what's the combo?
conversation.
Okay.
Wait, look at this. Go to Miami. Grant supervised Tyson is going to be around a lot of it, and we don't need to read the rest.
Okay.
Do you see that or no?
No.
I don't need to read that. Oh no, never mind. Now it's showing. Don't read that last comment.
Oh, I did. Oh, it'd be kind of fun. Is this it here? Okay, great.
Philip says better lighting.
With
Let's
Trump,
do it.
I don't have to like the man. I look at what he's promised to delivering, except for the Epstein non. So I totally disagree with you. He's promised you all kinds of stuff, and he has not come up with one single one, other than he stopped a few people coming across the border, and that's about it. But everything else is just he's lied. He's lied.
About, can you tell me Trump? What's one thing Trump lied about?
I think it's easier to say what is it that he's
No,
said.
Grandpa, if you say you lie so much, tell me what he lied about right now, right here, right
Well,
now.
the price has gone down.
Of what?
Anything.
Have they gone up? What's your proof?
Have people have more jobs being created? No. Has the prices gone down? No.
Well,
Are the prices going to go down? No.
maybe they're putting stuff in
No.
process to work on that. Like, how do
And
you know?
what Trump wants to do, he wants to control everyone. He wants to take over absolutely everything. And he wants to make the decisions, and he will not allow other people to do so. So, anyway, we shouldn't be talking about that. Oh, Tom's back again.
By the way, this is the same guy that doesn't even know what ChatGPT is. So
I
take
do
it
now.
with
It's
a grain of salt.
AI. It's AI.
Take it
So
with a grain of salt.
go to Miami, Gramps. Supervised. Oh, I missed the rest of that. What countries have you been to that you'd like to visit again? I've done a lot in Europe. To be quite honest with you, I haven't been a lot down in the States. What I saw in the States, I really like, but you'll never get me going across the border while you've got the situation going on down there now.
Wait, are you saying you are boycotting America?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just not bothering to go
Do you have
down
your
there.
elbows up?
I'm not going down there.
Grandpa, would you argue that you have your elbows up?
Yeah, I've got my elbows up. I'm not going down there. I mean, seeing what they're doing to citizens down there that don't deserve.
He's gonna go to Maui for my anniversary.
What?
Oh,
So,
would you go to Maui for my dad's anniversary?
I might do that. Tyson not on the hill to fight on. Not the hill to
I
fight
have no
on.
idea what this guy's talking about.
Well,
Grandpa was gonna vote for a woman.
Grandpa was. Hey, I
actually
would
do that?
take her over the guy that's in there now. She is an intelligent individual. She warned long before the actual election what would happen if Trump got in.
And what's
And
happened? since
everything.
Trump
Wow, she's. I haven't got the litany
Okay,
of
well,
stuff.
don't pretend like you're so above it. Tell me what happened. What has happened that's so bad?
I just
Has the world
finished telling
imploded?
you. He's lied about everything.
All you said was prices haven't gone down. That's not like some Hitler stuff. You make him sound like it's Hitler.
What do you mean? He's look what he's doing, rounding up innocent people. They the law just the lawyer or the judges just stopped him and his vigilante groups guys there of taking all those young kids and putting them on their airplane and flying them out to some country. And these kids are without adults on that airplane, and they are kids. And this guy has told just a minute, has told the population of the American population, we're just going after criminals, and that's a bold lie because that's not what he's doing. He might have picked up a few on the while he's trying to do that, but most of the people he's picking up are not criminals. Yeah, they're not given the right to try and defend themselves. Any of that.
Let me just Somebody says, but she's black. Okay, bro, that's.
Who cares?
I don't care. Some people are really weird about that stuff. Grandpa, you can really see your 33 energy coming in. Like you push me out of the frame. Like
Yeah,
you're totally
well,
taking over.
I don't like to talk about American politics because I'm not American, other than the fact that you won't ever get me going down there, and I'm not the only one. I know so
This is
many.
a really good comment.
I know so many Canadians that will not cross that border now.
Grandpa is a full-on CBC watcher. I agree.
I don't watch CBC all the time. As a matter of fact, I watch it probably less than any of the other ones.
What's your favorite news station? Do you have a CNN poster in your bedroom?
My favorite one is the local station.
Oh, perfect.
Check TV.
Grandpa, I think that you get all of your world views through the TV screen instead of just living.
Who said that?
Me.
Oh, well, I know that applies more to you than to me.
Oh, thank you, man.
Because I don't want my flashlight to die.
This is better too.
Oh, geez, look, family looking really good.
We're mogging.
Have we still got anybody watching?
Yeah, we got 12.
Grandpa is full of.
Full on CBT
CBT
watcher.
No, that's not true.
He prefers CNN and MSNBC, right?
Well, I like that if I'm throwing in the American stage. I turn on that other garbage. What is it? Fox News. Talk about misinformation. Okay. Loving Grandpa. He's awesome. Hey! One person. How about that?
Is
Okay.
Grandpa pro Justin Trudeau?
Well, no. No, I wouldn't say I'm pro Justin Trudeau. I think he did disservice to us.
He better not be. I'll come over and put him in a headlock.
No, he did. When he first started, I kind of liked him, but then he got too what they call woke now. I went far too far to
Are you
the left.
saying you're against the woke stuff?
Well, like whatever woke is, I'm just saying far too to the left.
Explain what you elaborate on
What I'm saying is, with the money that's been thrown out, the debt that he created, I do not like that.
What about him
Have you tried drawing stuff? No, I haven't.
What about Justin Trudeau calling everybody in the Freedom Convoy small fringe minority when that's the
I wouldn't say all of them are, but some of them are.
It's pretty much like half the country though that's supporting him.
Grandpa just wants to be liked, while Tyson wants to be
accurate / correct.
Oh, Tom, sorry. Jeez, Tom, I was missing you. You're back.
Grandpa just wants to be liked while Tyson wants to be accurate / correct. That's true. You're too politically correct.
It's really, what's this? It's really dark.
That's from my mom. Audio issue? Audio? Yo,
No, this isn't that dark, is it, darling? Hey, audio issue.
Oh.
Oh,
You're saying it's fixed.
oh.
Why is this thing still hot?
Bruce is
Yeah, this
audio
like stove thing's
fixed.
still hot.
Bruce, run it fixed.
Stove still hot?
Yeah.
Got a lot of people having
Oh,
problems
it's
with.
really hot. What the hell?
Whoa.
Oh, it's still on.
Oh, no wonder we're not cold.
I swear it turned
I
it
was
off.
just saying, like, it feels kind of
I think people are bailing out of your conversation here now. Oh, what is Grandpa's favorite movie? Oh, Reach for the Sky. And I bet you don't even know what that's about.
What's it about?
Oh, let's see if he knows. What's that? Kurobu. Kurobu. Have you ever heard of that? Reach for the Sky. It was, you're going to laugh at this. It was made in the 1950s. What's this? He likes Fury.
He means furry.
Fury. Okay, haven't heard of it. It's black and white. You should watch it. It's about a famous British fighter pilot, and I've read his book. I've read the book about him by Brickhill wrote it. It's an excellent book. If you ever want to get into reading a true account of this guy who lost both his legs and became a top-notch fighter pilot during the Second World War, and you want to and the movie follows the book very closely. It's very well done, and it's about Douglas Bader. I can see that, Tyson. That's little kiddie stuff. Yeah, look what Tyson's doing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Guppy, you look like an insect.
Yeah, I know. Did you see Silver Font comment? What did he know?
Audio's really bad?
Was Winston Churchill a hero? Yes. Oh, Tom, I know what you're going to come up with some result. Yes, he was. Winston Churchill is one of my favorite politicians from the past. Audio is really bad.
Why is he your favorite?
Oh, because of what he did in the Second World War. He brought the British and Allies together to beat the adversaries. This reminds me of the Red Baron, great pilot from World War I. That's correct. And there are some movies about him too. Yeah. And the Red Baron, of course, was German, and he was an incredible fighter
you never
pilot.
answered the whole thing though on the flat Earth.
The flat Earth.
Do you think that the Earth's round or flat?
Well, I'm not like you. I know it's round.
How do you know? Have you been to outer space?
Oh, I've been up very high on an airplane, and I can actually see the curve.
What about the videos of the pilots admitting that it's flat?
They're idiots. It's
The
way
pilots
better.
are idiots?
Okay, it's way better. So this Reach for the Sky. I'll see if it's on. No, it won't be on Netflix. I don't think. but you can find it because I found it and I downloaded it. This is quite a few years ago. It's an excellent movie, and I would strongly suggest you read the book. It's probably one of my I've read that book 5 times over my lifetime, and I started reading it when I was a teenager. So every 5 6 years, I read it again because you kind of forget a little bit, and it just gives tingles down my spine what this guy did after losing 2 legs.
Somebody says that you're the first person to ever see curvature on a plane. Yeah, I've been on a lot of planes. I've never seen the curve of the Earth. How high
Well,
up were
not
you?
curved like you do in outer space, but if you look, you can see way beyond if you're standing on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking at
So
further
there's
down.
literal videos of pilots confessing on
Oh,
videos
come on.
that they've been
Don't give me
flying for
that
20
garbage.
plus years and they've
Don't
never
give
seen a
me
curve.
that garbage.
Prove this
What
garbage
are
instead of saying
Grandpa's
it's garbage.
thoughts on red what?
On
Pill
red pill and modern manosphere, kind of like
and
the Andrew Tate type of
oh
people.
geez, no, don't ask me about that. I'm not too pepped up on Andrew Tate. I know the young guys like him, but I don't care for him. I don't like his past.
Yeah,
I
Chad's
don't. I
asking.
have no. I don't have any respect for his from his past. I know Tyson and I disagree with that all
Just
the
for the
time.
sake that he might see this and he follows me, I
Yeah, yeah,
obviously
yeah. He
think
follows
he's
you. What
good.
we do? I wouldn't want him following me. He's not the kind of guy.
Why?
I just don't. I don't like his past.
Do you see a
And
really bad CBC article about him?
I just don't like the guy. I've read about where he's coming from and the charges he's had against him,
I know.
and
It's
he's
pretty
not
crazy how
he's
they get
not a
spin.
nice guy.
Pretty
So,
crazy how they get spin
and I don't know
narratives,
how
right?
he I don't know he gets young guys like you thinking he's the greatest thing that ever
No,
walked the earth.
I don't
He's
think he's the
not.
greatest thing that ever walked the earth. What
Well, you
makes you
used to
think that?
tell me he is almost did. I don't know if you
No, I
maybe
say he's
matured a little
top
bit.
G because that's like a joke. Like that's kind of like
I
what he calls himself, right?
he's terrible. He's just I mean he's got so many young men following him. I don't know what the hell's wrong with these guys, but he's
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 got
he's a bad apple.
he's got tens of millions of young men
Yeah, but
following
that
him.
doesn't make him a good
I don't
guy.
think that just happens for no reason,
And
Grandpa.
you got millions of people watching Trump, and
Yeah, and
that doesn't make Trump a
he's
good guy.
saving America. Let's see.
Oh,
I've seen the curvature too, but you gotta be lying. Grandpa voted for Carney. No, I convinced him to vote conservative, unless you lied about that.
was your grandpa voted for Carney? I don't tell people who I voted for, but I can tell you I didn't vote liberal,
You voted
and
conservative, right?
I didn't vote for some of the other ones either. Gramps voted no. Okay, Philip, Grandpa, a lip. Sometimes it depends what they stand for. That is why they had to bring him down as he was a youth male influencer.
Talking about Tate and that comment.
Yeah, he was a youth male influencer. Just delve into his past and see what kind of a creep he was or is.
What was his past?
I don't want to get into that.
don't
You
know.
know very well what his past is.
Yeah, because he did a business. It's not illegal.
No, it's what he did.
The
Well,
webcam.
why do you think he's got all these charges against him? Why do you think he hides out?
I'd argue it's a matrix attack because they don't like his
Yeah,
influence.
I know.
They don't like his influence. So
Yeah. I don't mind.
Grandpa probably has complex political takes that cannot be encompassed by single modern left/right dichotomy.
Is he serious? Well, thank you for. He did legal webcam business.
It was legal, yeah.
Well, he's done some legal things. He's done a hell of a lot of illegal things too.
Like what?
I'm not going to get into that.
You always that's your cop out. Every time you don't know, you say, "I'm not going to get it."
No,
Well,
I'm not going to get because
you're
it's
so
going to open
confident,
up a discussion.
yeah.
I know what a creep he is. I've read about him.
If you're so confident, you should be able to tell us.
I'm not going to
Philip,
get
he's
into that
a
because
33.6.
if I get on there, I can see all the crap that's going to come across on here.
Philip,
Okay.
he's a 33.6, not a peer. Me and both my grandpa, we're both 33.6.
Grandpa has facts. We need
a link to his
a
YouTube
link to
channel.
his YouTube channel, please.
Grandpa started a YouTube channel.
The lady that went against him was paid.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Does that mean that she lied?
Yeah. Women sometimes do that every now and then.
Yeah.
You
What
don't think it's
about
possible for me to lie.
the lady? What about all the other ladies?
What's more probable? A multimillionaire is sex trafficking or somebody got paid to lie? What's more probable? I'd say that somebody got paid to lie because they don't like the things he's telling to young men. That's way more probable than a multimillionaire sex trafficking. Why would he have to do that if he's a multimillionaire? That's stupid.
Oh, Tyson.
Hey, Grandpa, you gotta start a YouTube channel though. The people want to see it.
Hey,
guys, like I said, grampstofferson.com.
What, are we down to one person now? Or
No, we got 7. It's
where did Tom go? Tom disappeared. I just show you what an influencer I would. We had 27 people on here at one time.
Hey, we were at like 30 though.
We had 27 people here. I'm such a good influencer. We're down to 7.
all the way.
Yeah. Grandpa Howard, I like that. I like that. Lady went no intention was paid. Yeah. Well, looks like we lost them. That's it. Looks like the end of it. Everybody's canned in.
Guys, do you want to play no peeky now?
Yep.
Okay. Man, I want to play no peeky.
Anyway, I was going to come on here for about 5 minutes. I've been
Yeah, I
on here
know.
for.
You're enjoying this more than me almost. This
Yeah.
is
Well,
like
I
90
had
minutes.
some good laughs.
Yeah.
Some of the comments coming, I don't know. They're.
Grandpa's a showman. He loves.
He's a 33.
Oh, I thought Tom. He was really going after me.
I'm thinking Gramps was an NDP supporter in the past, as the island is orange. Who would have thought? Right?
Oh, that's interesting.
Who
Yeah,
would have guessed that?
yeah. Actually, it's not as orange as it was in the last
The
election.
NDP is as
Yeah.
bad as the Liberals. They're disgusting.
Yeah, well, the people got
Face.
different.
Face.
I am thinking Gramps was an NDP. I didn't vote NDP. I don't know if that helps, but anyway.
You vote conservative only because I influenced him in my 33 interview.
I voted for the person I thought was best for what we needed.
JQ him. He's if you've been watching this conversation, he's like very shallow water. He's not ready to go as deep as that yet. We gotta first make him a conservative before we JQ.
I voted conservative in the past.
Yeah, you're not.
It all
conservative.
depends what
Yeah, but
their
you're fake
what their issues
conservative.
are. You know what is it they're going to do for the majority of people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream.
Oh, what's this? The orange was what?
The orange wave turned blue as the NDP abandoned the working class.
Give him what? A chat PT, maybe it will help him.
Give him ChatGPT, maybe it'll JQ him. Yeah. All right, guys, you want to end it?
No, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't know whether anybody got anything out of it, but I think what?
I think folks are making dinner. That's why the numbers are falling. But I'm enjoying this conversation. Yeah, God bless you guys. Drop a like on the screen.
We're going to go
Screen,
play
double tap the
No
screen.
Peeky. And don't forget, read that book, Reach for the Sky. You'll love it.
It's a book? I thought it was a movie.
Well, they made a movie out of it from the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Like the stream. Double tap the screen. Subscribe. Take care, guys. Appreciate it. And yeah.